So before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Afan bin Ridwan.
My name is Amir Parsa Jajamizadeh.
My name is Anas Muhammad.
My name is Shamir Rahim.
My name is Nur Shafika.
My name is Faiz Amira.
Okay. So, what is the purpose for our mini project? First, the highway location process involves 4 phases, which is desk study, reconnaissance survey, preliminary location survey, and final location survey. Second is to design a profile of the proposed construction of 2-lane state road, which will connect Jalan Semambu and Jalan Mat Hassan.
Okay, for objective, we have 2 objectives for this project, which is to connect between Jalan Semambu and Jalan Mat Hassan by proposing a 2-lane road and connecting the existing section of roadways. And the second objective is to design a profile of the proposed construction in terms of the vertical alignment in order to provide an acceptable level of traffic safety and comfort. So our design goal is to come up with a design that ensures safe and smooth transition from one vertical curve to the others, and to produce the most cheapest design by reducing the amount of cut and fill. Next, to make the grades of the vertical curve as low as possible. Then to consider and implement traffic control device in the design of the roadways, and the lastly is to produce a 3D design of the proposed construction.
Okay. For design requirement, the elevation of starting point highway must be at least 218 meter, and the initial grade is around -1%. The elevation of ending point of highway must be 170.5 meter. The final grade is around 1.5%. At station 2,400 meter, the proposed section of roadway is expected to intersect an existing section of roadway. And from section 3,600 meter to section 4,000 meter, the proposed section of the roadway is expected to cross the river. And this is the methodology. The first is we must understand context and requirement. Then we set the objective, select the type of pavement to be used, and then design the road cross-section element, develop vertical alignment design, implement traffic control device in the design, and develop 3D design.
Cross-sectional areas are one of the most important parts in designing a highway, which we should take in under consideration by the highway engineer. Based on our studies, we found out that the values for the cross-sectional elements, we tried to find the most suitable values for cross-sectional elements. However, these values we found should be maximized, and at the bridge, since we don't have ditches, and the outside shoulders will be added to the main lanes.
So first, I want to explain about the stages of our design. Firstly, we designed the cross-section elements and their dimensions for the bridge and the roadway. Secondly, the vertical alignment was designed, and it was ensured that all grade lines along the vertical alignment for our proposed roadway is below 2.1%, which was referred to the standard. And thirdly, we did a very wise earthwork operation to minimize the overall cost of the project. And finally, in order to communicate effectively, we did a 2-dimensional simulation for our proposed vertical alignment by using 2 softwares, Microsoft Excel, Office Excel, and AutoCAD software to verify our results. So, based on the manual paper given by the local estate to us for the profile view of existing ground layer, we used the proper scaling to transfer it to the graph paper. And once it was transferred to the graph paper, we tried to come up with the vertical alignment of our proposed roadway with very suitable grade lines to make sure that it has a very safe and a smooth variation of slopes. So and these are our grid lines, and as you can see, all of them are recorded below 2.1%, which is considered to be safe. Yeah, and also with the assumption of 3,000 to 10,000 average daily traffic, the road is categorized as R4. The R4 road has a medium geometric standard, intermediate trip length, and medium traveling speed. So, it is considered to be a flat track. So, referring to Arahan technique, the minimum speed designed for this road is considered to be 90 km per hour, that we reduced it to almost 60 km per hour later. And the minimum K value was for crest vertical curve and sag vertical curve was recorded as 45 and 55. And this is the calculation that we did for the length of the curve based on the K value that we calculated. Yes, and this is our, before this, we, this is our calculation that we did for a station of PVC, but before this, it must be mentioned that significant points of the vertical slope following with 0% slope are set as PVI to determine PVC and PVT respectively. This is what we have done in table 3. We already set the elevation of predetermined points in each of vertical curves, so we have respective PVI values. So this is the calculation that we did for a station of PVC, a station of PVT, elevation of PVC, elevation PVT, and the distance of lowest point from PVC, and also a station of station of the lowest point, and also elevation of the lowest point. And the same procedure is done for crest vertical curve, except this is the distance of the highest point from PVC. And the earthwork operation. Okay, for the earthwork operation, it is a major work to we did a very major work to minimize the cost of our project. We tried to make a balance between cut and fill, and the amount of cut and fill was minimized as much as possible, and the use of the soil excavated on two sides on the left side of our work was used on two opposite sides of the bridge to shorten the length of the bridge in order to minimize the cost of our project. And lastly, we used the two-dimensional AutoCAD software to make sure that all our results was done successfully, and it verified all of our results hopefully. And the use of AutoCAD, the two-dimensional AutoCAD, is for showing elevations, stations, and a close picture of grade line locations.
Next, I will proceed to the recommendation. First is use the rubber tires as an additive in units for flexible pavement, and second is propose the roundabout. So as a conclusion, we design a two-lane state road connecting both Jalan Semanggu and Jalan